Previously on the Shane Dawson Podcast, episode 14.
Here comes the Easter Bunny.
What's happening?
Oh, nice. Okay, we're partners. Ready?
Shane.
Okay, sorry.
Over. Fucking idiot.
This is part 2 of episode 14.
I would also love to meet Jared's wife.
Don't change the subject.
I would.
Oh my god.
That's the first time I've ever heard it. So yeah, let's do it.
Wait a
We can
minute.
Make it happen easily.
I just realized if... Oh, no, never mind. Because there's 3 white people here. I was going to say, because your wife and your boyfriend, that it would... 3 Latinx and 3 white. That could be a game. Or no.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised that Shane's the one that's going to say Latinx? But that's another story. Also, Chris is mixed because his father is from Germany.
Let's divide ourselves by race. That's a good premise. What are we in jail?
They can't help themselves. They cannot help themselves no matter what they do. Laugh it up, Chris. Laugh it up. I hope they do it because I want to see how much you're laughing then, Chris. Actually, no, Chris would love it. I've seen Chris's video on his YouTube page, okay? He loves his stuff. There's a reason why he likes Shane Dawson. All of this stereotypical stuff, he loves it. It's fun for him.
I personally like it. I like it.
I'm like
Yeah, we're not surprised over here, Jared.
exiting.
You know?
Right,
But it's a unique way to look at it.
Everything was going so well. We had just got married, and then boom.
Ryland, what does your marriage have to do with anything? Nobody cares, Ryland. Read the room. Nobody cares.
There's a reason I brought it up. Okay, sorry. That segue was not smooth enough. Because earlier we were talking about, and I was I was making fun of white people, as I do.
Boom.
And then
We're even.
We're even? What are you even talking about, Jared? Shane didn't even say anything bad about Latino people. All he was saying was that you guys should do a contest, whites versus Latinos. But that in and of itself wasn't an insult. So what are you talking about? We're even.
And then, yeah. And then I asked you, I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. I was like, do you and your family or your boyfriend's family, like, do you guys make fun of white people? Like when you're not around white people? And you were like, oh yeah. So then I started thinking, what do you say? Like, how do you make fun of white people? Do it to us.
Please do it, Chris. Remember I told you guys, Chris loves this stuff. He loves it, all right? Chris does not see the setup, and this is Shane letting Chris, so to speak, take the first shot. It's like a fight, right? When you want to claim self-defense, you let the person punch you first and then you fight. That's what Shane's doing here with Chris. Say something about white people because Shane wants to be able to give you a job back, Chris. And you know what? You're going to walk right into it. So let me see what nonsense you're going to say about white people because I know it's going to be nonsense. I just already know. Chris is very corny.
I mean, it's nothing bad. It's just like they'll do like...
They're like a white people voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it.
No,
What does it sound like?
Is it very like this,
Yeah.
like Todd?
The
No,
Snoop Dogg
it's
has
not
a...
valid. It's always like, hi, Bob. Pleasure to meet you, pal. You know, like things like that.
Please believe I'm not laughing with Chris. I'm laughing at Chris. What are you, Chris, stuck in the 90s? This joke's been done.
It's always like, and it's always Bob is always the name. And it's
I
always
figure
like,
Todd.
I
I
mean,
figure Rod.
We'll get back to this little joke later.
stop it.
What else did they say, Chris?
You know what? I have to hand it to Chris because he is the only one laughing and he is just pushing through. It's like he doesn't even see it. There's no way for him to be embarrassed. Whoa.
Yeah.
Just things like
Anything about her hygiene?
no, what? No, I don't know.
Jared, if you have a problem with hygiene, it has nothing to do with white people and more to do with yourself. Let's go.
What are they making fun of? How we drive?
Yeah.
Cut it out, Jared. Yeah. This is how y'all drive.
Yo, check this out. Black guys drive a car like this. Ding ding. Doobity doobity ding. Yeah, but white guys, see, they drive a car like this.
It's true. It's true. We're so lame.
No, I mean just like cliche, like I don't know how white people pronounce things,
Like?
like how white people say like quesadilla and like stuff. You know?
Quesadilla?
Who the fuck says quesadilla?
Well, I would say quesadilla. Is that wrong?
That's pretty good.
Wow,
How would you say
that
it?
was about the whitest thing you could have said. To ask if that's wrong. It's quesadilla because in Spanish the two L's reflect a Y.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could believe that happens, but wouldn't that be more to do with someone not understanding Spanish? So anybody who doesn't understand Spanish would sound out the word and they'll get the wrong pronunciation. I don't know if that's a white people thing, but
And quesadilla, by the way, is because it's cheese in a tortilla. Queso is cheese, tortilla. Quesadilla.
Is that true?
Is it cheese from tortilla? Yes.
Is it dia mean tortilla?
Yeah, so think about
The word tortilla has the ya at the end of it, and the word cheese is queso in Spanish.
Where's the D from?
So it's quesadilla.
Where's the D from?
Yeah.
I think it's just a little send off for the fucking dia, you know? Quesadilla.
All of your
You
Mexican family can
literally
make fun of
made
this. I'm giving them all the material they need.
Hey,
right. Since when is Chris Mexican, Shane? I thought we went over this. Chris is not Mexican no matter how much you want him to be so you can make your Mexican jokes. Sorry, Chris is the wrong one. Go find some stereotypical things to say about people from wherever he's from. I don't remember where he's from. What was that place? I don't even remember. Didn't I tell y'all Shane's only mad because he doesn't know any stereotypical things about people from Peru? Chris would have made Shane's life so much easier if he had a Mexican background.
I've been working on my Spanish. You know? I love going to Mexico.
And it is
speaking
Mexican because
Spanish.
earlier I asked you, I was like, well, how do I say the technical word for his family? And you said Mexican.
Yeah, they are Mexican.
You're Peruvian, he's Mexican.
Correct.
Got
Yes,
it.
The technical word for his family. Mexican. Yeah, Shane, real technical. He's so weird. Chris, that's all on you. You're the one who's giving Shane the okay right now to unleash all his stereotypical nonsense on people.
And if they were together, they'd be Latinx.
Yes, that's true.
Perexian.
But also some Latino people don't even like the term
Peruvian.
Latinx. That's a whole thing.
They're talking all over him, so Chris, they don't even hear what you're saying. I know what you're saying. They're not even listening to you, so they don't even care what you're saying.
By the way, I think we said this already, but Peruvian Spanish and Mexican Spanish is different. Like, words are different. So, like, I don't know. I can't confirm quesadilla because we don't have quesadillas.
What?
They're like,
sure say.
Maybe not the first time, but when Chris said his background, his mom's side of the family was from Peru, I went and I looked up things that I didn't know. I've never met anybody from Peru before. Among everything with culture, you want to look into the foods, I noticed that taco is not a staple in Peruvian culture. This is a picture that I got of this dish right here. This was like one of the #1 dishes in Peru. Just because someone is Latino or from South America doesn't mean that they share the same culture, the same food. But Shane groups everybody to one group. So a Mexican is a Peruvian, is a Colombian. I bet you he thinks people in Brazil speak Spanish. This guy does not care about different cultures, even though he interacts with a lot of different cultures. It's very painful to watch.
I think we said this already, but Peruvian Spanish and Mexican Spanish is different. Like, words are different. So, like, I don't
He said Spanish is different. Why does this grown man by the name of Shane make it such a big deal when people from America, Canada, Australia, and the UK all speak English, but doesn't it sound different, Shane? Aren't a lot of the spellings different, Shane? So why does it seem like when Chris says that people who speak Spanish speak it differently based on the country they're from, why is that such a shocking thought to you, Shane? People in America don't all sound the same. I can take you and put you somewhere else in America and you wouldn't understand what they were saying, but they're all speaking English.
like they say aguacate for avocados and we say palta. So, like, everything is so different. You know?
My parents will call avocado pear.
See, that's why your boyfriend needs to come because we need and then your wife. There's
Yeah.
a lot of different,
They can
versions.
speak in their native tongue. They're both there. I mean, my wife, she's really Mexican. She's really Mexican. Or like her heritage is really Mexican.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been working on my Spanish. I might understand some of it.
This what makes Shane's ignorance more infuriating. His sister-in-law is Mexican, and he still based everything on stereotypes, as if he's never met somebody with a Mexican background before.
It would be cool.
That'd be cool. I would love that.
Okay.
Hey.
Wait, okay, sorry, Ryland. I feel bad. I feel like I really just zoomed right past our wedding. If you guys want the full experience of our really romantic wedding day, go to Ryland Vlogs.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything is summed up beautifully there.
Oh, I'm surprised they went back to the wedding. Okay, I think the vlog was the vlog of the wedding, but I didn't have anything on it. Okay, they just told the day they got married. Okay, y'all, go watch that vlog. If you even care, go watch that vlog. That's it. They're not going to talk about it anymore. Shane's already on to the next.
They made us like rehearse, like say out loud these like vows, kind of, but not really. They were very legal.
It's scary how easily you could just go get married. We didn't even have an appointment. We were just
$35.
like, let's go skip in here, pay $35 and say that we're not under a conservatorship, and bam, we're married.
Yeah.
It's like our whole lives are intertwined legally.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Shane and Ryland share a brain because everything is so brand new to these two people. I shouldn't expect anything from them. Getting married? You thought you needed an IQ test to get married? What's going on here? Why did you think getting married was such a difficult process? Why? Why?
And then the woman rang the bell. She went ding ding ding. And I've never laughed harder in my
And
life.
the courtroom's like, yay! And we're like, oh.
Same with all of YouTube. I was like, about time.
Were there other people in there getting married at the same time as you?
Nope.
Mainly just employees.
When I went in there just to get the marriage license, there was a bunch of people getting married.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
In LA, maybe it was the day I was there, I don't know, but there's usually like photographers there taking pictures. They have a little area you could stand by.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we only
Yikes. It's as plain as day. Ryland did not get the wedding day of his dreams. Not even the least bit of anything celebratory did they do. That sucks. And you know what's interesting too? I think they have plans to get married after, to have a ceremony. And the longer it takes, the less and less I feel it's ever even going to happen. Now, it makes sense for them to do it because it will generate a lot of views on YouTube, which means money for them. But the amount of money they'll spend in a wedding, you're not going to get back in YouTube AdSense. They'd have to get a lot of sponsors, and not even one or two. They would have to have a lot of sponsors to make back whatever money they spend on a big wedding. So, and I know they're having twins, so at the end of the day, they might think it's not even worth having a wedding with a big ceremony. But we'll see.
We have a few more minutes before we have to take a break, but before we go, do you want to give us some marriage tips? Like our first year of marriage, what should we expect?
I mean, do you expect it to be different now that you guys are married in certain ways?
I don't think so. I mean, besides using the word husband, I feel like, if anything, I don't know, we fight a little less, I think.
It definitely makes it.
Huh? What?
I don't know. We fight a little less, I think.
Oh, okay. Now I heard him. He said, we fight a little less, I think.
Feel a certain amount of like solidity to the relationship, but I think the whole point or the whole goal of a marriage is to be solid partners for each other.
Right.
I think you guys actually display a lot of amazing partner qualities already. So just you guys seem to be very honest with each other. You know, it's just really about being honest with each other and just working towards common goals and allowing each other to be their own individuals as well. So you guys, I mean, I would say don't let marriage change your inner relationship and just keep it going like that.
Okay, I hope everybody kept track of everything that Jared just said.
But that's the goal of any marriage. Good communication, be partners, be there for each other, be supportive. You know what I mean? That's why you want someone that's going to add and contribute to your life, not someone that's going to like suck away from your life. And you want to be able to be with someone that contributes and benefits you, and it makes.
Why are Chris and Jared acting like everything they're saying is not the exact opposite of what we can see in their relationship? That people always try to hide and act like, oh, no. You only see what's on camera. You don't see what's behind the scenes. What's behind the scenes is something different. No. I see what you're showing me on camera, which is horrible. And then just the other episode, you told us how much of a menace Ryland was behind the scenes with his anger issues, okay? So don't try and act like everything's different off camera. No, it's even worse.
Things funner, but also understands when you just need to be by yourself.
Yes.
Stuff like that. You know, it's important.
What are you saying? Yes to everything that's negative. You're like looking at me.
It's not.
No.
It's
He's
not negative.
scowling at me. He's like, yes, he needs to.
Hey, just to be fair.
See what I mean? Even Ryland couldn't hold his tongue with the nonsense. Everything Jared and Chris was saying about how lovely they are together is not true. And again, Ryland, we do not feel sorry for you. This is what was going on through your relationship, engagement, and you decided to marry this man. So nothing's changed. If anything, you should just be used to it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying this isn't anything new, okay? We're not going to be here and be shocked. Let's not act shocked at how Shane is acting. Shane is not acting any different.
Fair. As human beings, we all have moments regardless. So like there's always gonna be little fights and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
because
us
it's
worried
hard
about the air conditioning.
It's hard to be considerate of the whole moment and not just be in your head sometimes and get mad or whatever. But it's, just know that is a fight really gonna break up a marriage? Probably not. It's normal. But
I was only saying yes because we do. That is something we've been good at. Is I need my alone time and you need your alone time, and we do a good job at it.
Well, yeah.
I sleep till like noon, so you have your morning, and then I go to bed at like 4 a.m. and you go to bed at like 9.
Yeah,
so I have my night.
Yeah, we both have our alone time.
Yeah.
It's great.
Shane is saying the reason why everything is working out so far is because you guys don't see each other.
And I do think we're very communicative, and we talk about anything that's bothering us.
Camera A speed, scene 1, take 2. Hey, Mark.
So next, they each talked about the different TV and movie appearances, and watch what happens here.
So
I think-
Ryland was Justin Bieber's body double.
Were you really?
I gotta practice
Bless you.
all of these scenes, and all of the main actors would be like, "You did so much better than him,"
No way.
because I had to do the rehearsal for like the camera.
Yes, so like in music videos and this, he was his stand-in, his stunt double. So this in CSI, the famous clip where Justin Bieber gets shot a million times.
Well, no, the actual one was a stunt double, but I did the tech rehearsal.
Wait, you're not. This isn't you.
No,
You're such a fucking fraud.
I've never told you
me
that.
this was you.
No, I did not.
This isn't you.
This
just
isn't
watch
Justin either. No.
I literally thought that was you.
No, I was his.
way.
No,
I
that's
told
a
people
stunt.
that. That's why I
Scrolling through
brought it
shit.
up. I thought that was
my
you.
God.
Well, I was 10 feet away, and I was there for the tech rehearsal.
No one cares.
Well, that wasn't Justin
10
either.
feet away.
I never told you I was Justin Bieber.
Yes, you did. Go back. You
I
have
was
a
his
vlog.
body double.
No, you have a. Oh my God! Wait. Finally, hold on.
Finally, what?
Oh, here we go again. Fight with Shane and Ryland. Fight with Shane and Ryland. Shane and Ryland.
You fucking told me. You literally were like. And if you look back, there's a vlog from like a few years ago where you mention it, and it cuts to a clip of it, and it's like, that's you.
It's
You
literally
liar.
like a stunt double that can get shot on a set.
Okay, well, anyways, I'm bored of your Justin Bieber story because it's a fraud. But I am proud of you. I am proud of you.
Oh yeah, Jared, what was the secret to a successful marriage again? I kind of forgot.
That's the goal of any marriage. Good communication.
You're such a fucking fraud.
Be partners. Be there for each other.
No one cares.
Be supportive.
You fucking told me.
You want someone that's going to add and contribute to your life.
Literally.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They then go on to discuss Chris's highlight in TV and movies.
If it's
That extra.
non-union, yeah, you got to do the union commercials.
Yeah, so I didn't get paid, but it was cool. I had family in like other countries being like, "Oh my God, I saw you on Sci-Fi," and I was
Wow.
like, "Really?" I don't know. Little things. I was like, for a blanket, you'll miss it in a movie called Hotel Artemis.
So why
I love
don't?
it.
Are you not going to be an actor anymore?
I mean, I love it. I love acting, and I would act in like. If anyone is filming a student film, I would act in that any day. Like I love doing it
Really?
for fun.
Still?
Yeah.
Chris, this explains so much about you. I get it now. I get it.
I just like love the process of acting.
You're busy. But listen, if somebody DMs you right now, it's like, hey, come be in my student film. You're going to say yes?
Here's the thing.
That's a funny observation. I'm with Shane on this one.
Here's the thing. The real answer is, if I had enough money to where I could afford to do that, yes. Like if I made enough money to where I could take a week off.
Your
and just-
dream is to make enough money so that you can be an actor in people's student films for free.
No, I mean the dream would be to be in like, I don't know,
Avatar.
a feature
Shoot for the
film, like a
stars.
Quentin
True.
Tarantino movie
Yes.
or something.
A Quentin Tarantino movie? Again, this makes so much sense, Chris. I understand you now. I understand why you and Shane are like this. You guys can't see right now, but I'm crossing my fingers.
But
Wait, you being an actor is fun. You really should do it. You should like start auditioning.
I've never
and
got
stuff.
that kind of support from Shane.
Ding, 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 ding. That says a lot, Ryland.
Do you have an agent?
no.
Yeah, I do.
I've always only auditioned myself. But I just like it. I like it because it's like this is really like it's a set. I said this in therapy, and my therapist was like, "Don't say that," but it's true. But he was like, "Why do you enjoy it so much?" And I was like, "Well, for a little while, I get to not be myself, which is really nice."
Whoa.
So
I think that's what most actors think.
so it's like
All jokes aside, I like how much he really loves acting. Hopefully, he can pursue those dreams further.
So Chris wanted to be an actor. Now he's here, but you're gonna get back to it. Ryland wanted to be an actor.
I'm going to be an actor.
Okay.
He's gonna be an avatar.
I want that confidence.
I wanted to make movies. I made one. Hopefully, I'll make another one. Maybe.
I love your movie.
Thank you.
I really do.
Wow. Thank you.
It was fun, so funny.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
That stings.
I love you.
Because it felt so real.
I love you.
They were just
love
married,
you.
everyone.
I love you.
I
love you.
I can't.
you.
It's too much. Then Jared comes along to tell a joke that he actually crafted about Chris. And I want you to take a moment to guess what Jared finds funny about Chris.
Dude, you should just write a whole movie about yourself.
About myself, I don't know.
And then it like some movie about like
Someone crying for
earlier. Something came to my mind, dude. I didn't bring it up because it's almost like too weird to even say.
What?
I don't want to say.
You had a dream about
because
Chris.
because like it's like okay, I've never been in this scenario, but do gay guys be like, hey, are you a top or a bottom?
Yeah.
So like let's say I'm you.
Okay.
Ask me.
Oh God.
Okay.
Right?
Are you top or bottom?
You can't spell Christopher without top. But that could be your line, dude, in your cheesy, corny movie.
But what if he's a bottom?
Then you say, just kidding.
Oh.
But it'll make him laugh or be like, that was stupid. Like, I know.
That's amazing.
Okay.
I've never heard anyone
I don't
say
even
that.
know why.
Jared just totally sees Chris as the gay guy. Who's surprised? No one. Which brings us back to the earlier joke he made about Chris.
And it's always Bob is always the name. And
Oh,
it's
I
always
figured
like,
Todd.
I figure Rod.
He's using the name Rod as a euphemism for another word. Oh, wait, he's going to continue.
What if he's a bottom?
Then you say, just kidding.
Oh.
But it'll make him laugh or be like, that was stupid. Like, I know.
That's amazing.
Okay.
I've never heard anyone
I don't
say
even
that
know why I
in my life.
thought of it, but I was thinking like Chris Tougher is like, like it has like 3 words in it, you know?
Should work that into the musical.
Okay, you guys, I have a confession to make. I noticed this a while ago. Shane has this thing where he puts on his sarcastic attitude. And I find it funny. That's my confession. And I'm going to need everybody's support.
Wait, okay, before we take another quick break, I can't believe I forgot about this. Chris,
What?
give me that Peruvian fact.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, are we still on this? Chris has not learned his lesson yet.
We need it, dude. Please.
Okay, so I feel like I'm cheating because a lot of people sent this one to me.
Oh.
And to be honest, I didn't know about it before people sent it to me. But I did research.
What was that reaction? I think Chris is getting too much focus, and Ryland does not like that. Or he could have been in a weird kind of a yawn. I don't know, what do you think?
And in a specific part of town, in a specific province near Cusco in Peru, there's a town where there's a thing called Takanakui. And Takanakui is an annual established practice of fist-fighting fellow community members on the 25th of December, on Christmas Day. So what happens is, in this town, they don't, like, throughout the year, if someone's mad, they're like, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna save that for Takanakui.
Like a purge?
Kind of. And they all let it go and they're all cordial. But then once a year on Christmas Day, they all get together and they have a big festival. They wear masks and there's like music and like a kind of a parade. Everyone in town gets excited and dances. And then they like go and they're like whoever, they just like beat the crap out of each other. Like they like fight each other and let it out on this day. So you're good for the rest of the year.
Are there rules?
Yeah.
I don't want to be offensive, but
Famous last words.
can you say it again?
Takanakui.
Wasn't that the whale in Avatar? Wasn't it?
I don't
Do you remember? It was like the we go to the Takuni Nintini. And then the whale was like talking. Did you guys see Avatar?
Now, I'm not only going to blame Chris for this, I'm going to blame all the people who Chris said sent in that fact. Why? You're not sending in the fact for the National Geographic show. You're sending it into the Shane podcast. I just hope the people who sent in that fact weren't from Peru, because I don't understand why you would do that. Why give any part of your culture to Shane to just goof on? That's what I want to know. Like, why? Why participate? Let them stay on an island to themselves.
That was
The first or the second one?
The second one.
Oh, no.
They're like the whale. Do you know what
I do know what you're talking
Can you Google it
about.
really fast so I don't get
Whale
canceled?
talks in it?
Well, they talk, but it's like, but there's subtitles. So it's like the whale will be like, and the subtitles like, hey, how you doing, Jim?
They do
They're,
get
they're called the Tolkien, is what they are, and I don't know if he had a specific name, but the whales were called the Tolkien.
Okay, I'm wrong. But it was close. It was close. Okay, don't punch me.
See what I mean? That's what you get when you participate.
It also sounded like Costco, the town. What was
Okay.
it?
That's way worse.
I'm just saying.
That's funny.
Costco is also a place where I want to fist fight.
Yep, they're still going.
I was thinking couscous when he said it for some reason. But yeah, Costco's. That's great.
Okay.
Now, up next is the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, at least I have.
Here comes the Easter Bunny.
The first thing we have to take notice is this scene is not part of the show. This was filmed during the commercial break, so to speak. But of course, they're going to keep the cameras running. They're setting up for the next part of the podcast. Watch what happens.
Okay.
Oh, none for me.
The GERD.
Yeah, wait, Ryland doesn't get any?
Don't worry, Ryland. I haven't forgotten about you. Okay, here's a Pepsi. Catch it.
You're kidding me.
I didn't think this through.
The way this room is set up, it might look like they're all sitting close together, but Shane and Ryland, there is a good distance between them. So you're going to see now that Shane is going to be throwing something to Ryland.
I trust my catch. I don't trust your throw.
That's a marriage.
All right, you guys are partners here.
Okay, we're partners. Ready?
Shane, that's what I mean. You
I'm
got to
sorry.
throw it over.
What?
You got to throw this landed here.
Okay, sorry.
Over. You fucking idiot.
He's being very honest right now with how he feels.
Nope. Jared, do not try to joke this away. I know what just happened here, and it's no joking matter. And they know that too, because Ryland knows he got busted on camera, and you can tell by Shane's reaction too. Even though probably slightly over-exaggerated, it's like, got him. This might have been something small, but if Shane didn't out Ryland a couple of episodes ago, it would be easy for a lot of people to overlook, but not me. Before I go further, I just want to say that I don't believe that there's any physical abuse going on here. Not that I would know, but I'm just letting you know. That's not what I'm saying. I'm more thinking is more of a toxic relationship. That is very clear when in anger, number one, Ryland is calling Shane an insulting name. And you know what? A lot of times I used to think that people kind of know certain things, but I've come to understand that there are certain signs that people kind of overlook. And then when things happen in the future, they might wonder, how did this happen? And to some, it might be clear as day, but to others, they really cannot see the underlying current of what's going on in a certain situation. So my big thing here is hearing Ryland call Shane an idiot. Now, if you don't know, that's something that you should not be calling someone that you love, whether it is your child, your siblings, your parents, or of course your spouse. And I'm sure you've heard it say too, there's nothing wrong with having an argument with your significant other, your friends, family. It's natural to disagree. And a lot of times people argue because they disagree. The line is crossed when you start calling a person who you love a derogatory name or an insulting name. That's number one. To see that Ryland said that word, it's one little thing. What exacerbates the situation is that he added the swear word in front of the idiot. A lot of people, I know they talk like this in their everyday life. They don't think it's a big deal, but I'm telling you, if you do speak like this in your everyday life, that's a number one reason why people miss signs in other people. So even before I kind of look at what other people are doing wrong, I have to check myself in that sort of sense. The tongue is very powerful. And if it's very easy for you to speak this way, and you might say, oh, I don't mean it. No, it's a big deal, because when someone is saying that to you, you're not even going to understand that they mean it. And again, it can be a clear sign, or you say like a red flag, that something worse is coming down the pike. Backtrack. Remember what happened earlier in the episode that I highlighted?
You're such a fucking fraud. You fucking told me.
You see that Shane was cursing to Ryland, but of course he was kind of making it like, oh, it's a joke, right? You know, he's angry, but it's a joke. Remember when I thought that knife in Ryland's back pocket a couple of episodes ago when they were doing their movie, that I took it, oh, must be a joke. It must be something it's scripted.
Been how many years we've been engaged? 3 coming up here. We're gonna be married by common law before we get married.
Do you have a knife in your back pocket?
Yeah, just in case you won't scream me.
But again, it was when I'm hearing now that Ryland has anger issues, I would take certain things a different way. So bringing that back to Shane, again, maybe he speaks like that and he's cursing and he's calling Ryland a liar. But if you're doing it and you're cursing and you're joking, like what Shane was doing earlier.
Literally.
You're such a fucking fraud. You fucking told me.
You see how easy that joke can turn into something serious while using similar verbiage? But now Ryland is doing it, but it's in anger.
Okay, sorry.
Over. You fucking idiot.
It's a slippery slope. Listen, if Ryland and Shane were enemies and this was the way they were speaking to each other, I would not say a peep because it would be understandable. I'm not saying it would be right. I'm saying it would be understandable that people will speak ill of someone they don't like. We have to check ourselves, me too, if I'm using inflammatory words to people I claim to love. There's a disconnect there. Ryland, you could tell it was a slip. Check this out. I don't want to go too long, but we're going to double back to this more in the future. Remember when I said that this incident happened in a commercial break? As in, this was not supposed to be part of the show. They had a choice to take it out, which is what they do when they set up for all their other podcasts when they're setting up for the next scene. Shane made a conscious choice to put that segment that wasn't supposed to air to add it to his show. In doing that, he did not put Ryland in the best light. Didn't Shane tell us a couple of episodes before Ryland has an anger problem? If you didn't believe him saying it, he left that here so that we can see it. And all I have to say is, Shane, I see it. And if what I'm saying right now, you're thinking, oh, you're taking it a little too far, even Ryland knows what I'm saying is true. Look what he just said a couple of episodes ago on his podcast.
If you said something that was mean and we got in a real fight, I would cut it out of the video.
You got it? Even Ryland knows something that would put Shane or whoever in a bad light, they would edit it out. This scene should have been edited out. A choice was made to include it in the broadcast.
You know, he's trying to give you
This
some
way.
teamwork advice. There it is.
There you go.
Boom. And 3 throws, you got it.
Straws at the same time? Oh my hell.
You did it.
If you couldn't tell, right then he was going to curse again, but he caught himself. And then he used other choice words.
Straws at the same time? Oh my hell.
You did it. You did it.
Just to show you, when he cursed that Shane before, it was a slip up.
You did it.
Dude, you guys are exhibiting what it takes.
Okay.
Lights, camera, action. Ryland's recap is about to happen. Ryland's recap.
On today's episode of the Shane Dawson podcast, the boys get addicted to pilk.
In big gossip alert, who's going to take whose name? Even though Shane's last name is fake.
Ryland's keeping his own name, and so is Shane.
Just
saying. Yeah, I'm not becoming Ryan Yaw, and you're not becoming Shane Adams.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Oh,
you like that?
It kind of
SA?
sounds good, but no, I won't.
And I won't
not
either.
bitch.
you won't
Did
even
you
like
and
hyphenate or
Sandy
something?
do that, Jared?
Okay, this solidified it for me. These two just love not to know. How is it that they're both confused about the last name aspect? How can you be engaged for 3 years and you're still up in the air about the whole last name thing? Like, what were you guys doing in those 3 years?
Sandy, yes, she's Sandra, yeah.
I would compromise, but then how do we figure that out legally? It just seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Okay, and this happens next.
Oh, Mexicans making fun of white people.
I don't know
in racial news.
The news reporter doesn't want to lose his job, but Chris makes fun of behind closed doors.
White people? You can say white people. I think you're allowed.
Oh.
Yeah, come on. They can take advantage. You can talk about white people.
Reporters are getting fired left and right for anything. You breathe and they're fired.
It didn't work. He's still there.
Ryland reached fame with Justin Bieber, where he got his SAG card.
He reached.
Hey.
Fucking that was a reach. He lied.
But you
Get over it, Shane. It's about time. All right, you guys, that's it for the Shade Podcast episode 14. They're going to be setting up to have their spouses come in and boyfriends, so I can't wait to dive into the next episode, and I hope to have you all back here with me. You know what? Let me just try one more time.